Sup, everybody? Early Stoppage MMA here, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to do a tier list video. Today we're going to be going over the UFC commentators. Additionally, I threw in some other fighters or people that are sort of floating adjacent to the commentary desk that I think would be great or horrible additions to the commentary booth. So, without further ado, we'll jump into a recognizable face, and we will go with Jon Anik. This guy is the gold standard of commentating in MMA. One of the best announcers, promoters, commentators in sports. Sure, sometimes he will get out there and say some wacky things, like talking about custody battles, but for the most part, he's pretty good about giving you useful information, giving you, things relevant to the fight, helping hype up the fight or promote the fight as it's about to happen, giving viewers necessary content. Yeah. Can't say enough good things about Jon Anik. This guy is awesome. He is a staple and he belongs in that seat. Moving on from there. We'll throw in somebody who's recently retired that has not expressed any interest in doing this. I don't think that he would do this, but we're going to go Stipe Miocic at D. Not because I don't think he would have useful insight and information, but if you've ever listened to this guy talk, it's like he's speaking another language when he's speaking English. I'm pretty sure he was born in the USA too. So, like, the man just would not be a good fit for the commentary booth. You have to have heard him talk to know what I'm talking about. Probably not the best choice, but also I feel like he'd have some useful insight. I feel like he'd be pretty on the money about his analysis. It's just a matter of getting that information across. So, yeah, we're going to keep him down there. Moving on to Michael Bisping. My God, we're going to put him in D tier as well. Michael Bisping's analysis is hit or miss. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's everything around the commentary and the analysis itself. He is always going on about some crazy shit. The fighters will be walking out and they'll start the fight, and he'll wait until, like, the most exciting part of a fight to mention that he saw one of the fighters in a sandwich shop once, and then he'll proceed to tell you what he ordered and how good it was. That is the kind of shit that Michael Bisping brings to the table. That being said, I mean, he's not the worst. He's definitely not the worst. But when you see him on a pay-per-view, on a fight night, you know you're about to get some fucking weird comparisons or analogies or some shit, and a story or two. I do appreciate, though, that when a fight fucking sucks, Michael Bisping will say so. Everybody else tries to stay professional and nice, but Michael Bisping will be like, this is horrible. This is very boring. So, respect for that, but I'm putting you in the D tier, buddy. Sorry. Moving on from there, we've got Dominic Cruz, excuse me, jeepers. I'm going to put Dominic Cruz in B tier. I think that by and large, he's usually pretty good. His analysis is pretty good. He stays on topic most of the time. He calls things pretty well. But every once in a while, he'll just start beefing with the other, hosts out there, especially if they're other fighters. It's crazy. I mean, he notoriously does it with DC, but yeah, Cruz just, sometimes he is out for blood. He had no mercy coming after these people. And that can slow a card down a little bit. He's not super standoutish, you know what I mean? Like, he's well-spoken and everything, but by and large, there's other people that do what he does with maybe a bit more personality and being a little bit more likable. So I feel like that B is a good spot for Dominic Cruz. Moving on from there, Dustin Poirier. We're going to put Poirier in the C tier. Everybody loves Dustin Poirier for the most part. He fucking rules. He's awesome. He's got his cozy little desk job, but I don't think he's going to be making his way to the commentary table anytime soon. I think that where he is good as a desk analyst. Like, when they cut to him and he says some stuff, it's good. But he just doesn't, he's not, I don't think, well-spoken enough to be on the commentary table. His insight is good for the most part. He can call it like it is. His picks and his analysis is usually fairly solid. But yeah, he's just missing a little something that Cruz has, where he's just presentable, easy to digest, jumps from topic to topic, well, transition to transition. Yeah, if Poirier can pull that together a little bit, I think he'd be a great commentator. But as it stands, we're going to keep him in the C tier. A little bit more room to improve. Moving on, we will do somebody who isn't retired yet, but is probably on the verge. We're going to do Alexander Volkanovski. This guy fucking rules. I would say, I think Volk would be B tier. For those who watch his videos and watch his breakdowns and his analysis, it is top notch. This dude knows exactly what he's talking about. He calls fights and game plans and what plays out so well. His brain is just a machine of like fighting analysis. Super cool. I think that knowledge would put him ahead of Poirier, for instance, but his chillness and his demeanor is not that of a commentator. It's more of like where he is now, like a YouTuber or an analyst, to have his own like little show where he just goes into it by himself. I don't know what the team dynamic would look like there or anything, so maybe a desk job in the future or something like that. But honestly, he's killing it with his YouTube channel as it is. Like I think that he's good where he's at. I think he could make a great commentator. That's why I'm going to put him in the B tier. But he's not too far off from like a Poirier level. I just think his analysis would be a little bit better. Yeah. Moving on from there, we've got we'll do DC. DC is a B tier, sometimes even A tier when he's by himself, but when he's with Joe Rogan, he's a fucking C or D tier. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Recently too, he's been on a run of stinkers. I'm going to put him in the B tier because by and large he's well-spoken. We all know him. He's pretty likable and everything, but God, he's so biased when like wrestlers are performing and when wrestlers are doing their thing. Like he cannot help himself. He has to glaze the hell out of them for some fucking reason. And when he's with Joe Rogan, those two are just goofing around while John Anik is like trying to hold this show together sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna put DC in the B tier because he oscillates from tier to tier, to be honest. And like sometimes he's on and sometimes he's amazing, and other times it's giving Marab 2 fucking rounds when he's clearly down those 2 rounds that he gave him, just based on the wrestling alone. It's DC's a strange one. I love the guy. I don't want him to go anywhere by any means, but sometimes when he's gone, it's refreshing. Maybe that's a good way to put it. Yeah, we're gonna set DC in the B tier. Moving on from there, we've got Max Holloway. Max Holloway would be so funny. I'm gonna put him D, maybe C tier, probably D tier for now. I think that he does not at all have a voice for like commentary or a way of presenting analysis, but he would be so funny. Like his color commentary would be fucking hilarious. Max is a super funny guy. If you ever watch his YouTube videos or even at press conferences and on Embedded and stuff, every once in a while he'll bust out something hilarious or make a joke about what's happening or playing with his coworkers, the commentators. Like his chats with DC and his conversations with DC are some of the funniest things out there. Oh my God. So I'll put him in D tier. Unfortunately, I don't think he'd be very good at the job, but I think he would be lovable, and I think that it would be very funny. Like he would bring a lot of comedic relief to a broadcast. Yeah. Moving on from there, Paul Felder. Now this is where he gets a little crazy. I think Paul Felder is an S tier. I'm going to be completely honest. I think Paul Felder absolutely kills it. Like he's always on the money with his analysis. He presents things well. He's got the composure and professionalness of John Anik, while having the knowledge to sort of present every aspect of the game and like what people are doing, what they've done wrong. Like he will present it all well, and he stays on topic super well while being able to like joke around with his fellow commentators when the time comes. Yeah, I cannot say a bad thing about Paul Felder's commentary. I really do think that if a spot drops out of the commentary booth for whatever reason, like Joe Rogan retires or DC decides he doesn't want to do it anymore, or John Anik moves to another sport or something, put Paul Felder in there. He is so good. Yeah, please keep this guy on the commentary team. Please put him on there as much as you can, honestly. Love Paul Felder. Great analysis. Great guy. We're throwing him up there. This next one, Anthony Smith, Do not let this guy near the mic. Do not let no. There is no analysis. There is no world in which he's saying anything insightful. You're gonna be out here doing this, and he's gonna be in La La Land. He's gonna be in fucking Imagination Town, where he is competing somehow, or he's next in line for the title shot. Nothing good can come of this. Nothing. I think that you give him an opportunity like that, and he will make it about himself. He cannot help it. It's not his fault, I don't think. He is his own victim. Do not put. Also, there's enough bald guys on the commentary team. Don't think they need another one. Leave this guy on the desk. No. No Anthony Smith. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna put it out there. Not a chance in hell. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is firmly in the D tier. He's fucking annoying. He never knows what to talk about, what's relevant, what isn't relevant. Pretty much, his commentary is exactly the same as your friends who you watch with. We're not commentators. When I'm on the couch, I'm ripping shit that Joe Rogan would say. You're ripping shit that Joe Rogan would say. It's the same level of insight. What is happening? Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, I think that Joe Rogan's just not insightful. I mean, I really think that he brings very little to the commentary team beyond just being who he is, and I think that they should move on without him. I hope he retires. I get that he's a legend. I get he's brought so many eyes to the sport, but no, it just isn't it. Yeah. Sorry. Moving on. That Christmas song coming out of nowhere really threw me off. I have no idea where that came from. Moving on. Laura Sanko. I think Laura Sanko is great. I think Laura Sanko's analysis is great. I think she knows what she's talking about. She does it incredibly well. I really like her when she's an addition to the commentary team. Usually stays on topic, can also goof around a little bit. Again, most of the time when she's being held back from being an S tier, it's usually because she's working with DC or something, to be completely honest. She's getting there. She's just not at for what John Anik does, he's perfect. He doesn't necessarily have the analysis there of the technical analysis skill-wise, but he has everything else pretty much locked down. Paul Felder has everything perfect. Laura Sanko's right fucking there. Would not be surprised me if she's an S tier commentator within the next 2 years, for sure. Moving on from there. Here's one that I think most people wouldn't consider, but I'm going to put Robert Whittaker probably B tier. I think that he's almost S tier. His analysis is very good. He's a funny guy. He's super likable. And he's fairly well spoken. I think if he kind of got media training, I think that he could really get up on the commentary table and shine. I more so than Volk, to be honest with you. The analysis probably wouldn't be as good, but I think that his presence, his humor, and everything would suit the commentary table pretty well. Yeah, I would love to see Robert Whittaker, Bobby Knuckles get up there and shoot the shit with the other fellas. Yeah. Moving on from there. Jesus Christ. This pains me to admit. I think Henry Cejudo could be a decent analyst. I think sometimes in his breakdown videos he's on the mark. Sometimes he misses. But by and large, if he just toned down the cringe and was shooting straight with his vibe, his appearance, or his vibe, with the way he presents things, I think he could be very professional. I think he could be on the commentary booth, and honestly, I think he could add a lot to the conversation, especially when it comes to grappling and how that plays in with striking. Yeah, I really do think that Henry Cejudo, if he locked in, could be a good addition. Moving on from there, the final addition, Aljamain Sterling. Don't let this guy near the mic. Every fucking time this dude opens his mouth, he puts his foot straight in it. I don't know why he does this shit. His analysis also isn't even very good. he brings nothing to the table. Like he could probably have good commentary, but my God, I really do not think that he brings anything to the table. I think that similar to Anthony Smith, he would try to just make it about him or his friends and just be fucking weird about it. I don't know. If you've ever seen Aljamain Sterling talk, you know what I'm talking about. Him criticizing fucking Tom Aspinall for not continuing with the fight when he won the belt off of not continuing. It just he's so unlikable. He's so weirdly entitled, demanding like a title shot and stuff. I can't help but feel like all of those traits would follow him into his commentary endeavors. So yeah, random pot shot there at the end at Aljamain Sterling, but I really do think that, like, you know, nearing retirement, maybe they would give him a job on the desk. I don't think that it would be very good. Yeah. This is my tier list. I just went over some random ones. I hope you guys liked it. I've never done a tier list before. Sorry about the random interruption with the Christmas music. I have no idea what that was, but I'm not going to go through and take it out. So enjoy that. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll try to get some more content out to you soon. With this holiday season, we've been busy, but we've got quite a few more weeks before UFC is back. So we'll have more content for you. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.